Hello once again, everyone. Princess Twilight Sparkle with yet another episode of Ponies Listen to Thomas and Friends Storytime. This time with me are Seascape, Rainbow Flash, and Rarity. And today, the story we're going to be listening to is Thomas and the Big Bad Storm. Judging by the Big Bad, I think we all might know what fairy tale this is going to be based off of. Yep, I wonder if Emily will will sound super smart again. Maybe, who knows? Let's get started.
Thomas and the Big Bad Storm. One bright sunny day, Sir Topham had decided to reward Thomas, James and Emily for being extra useful by allowing them to design their own special sheds.
Ooh!
I'm going to build mine from glass.
Glass?
Said James boldly.
So everyone can see me. With a metal roof painted bright red, and it will be the most splendid, glassiest, reddest engine shed ever seen.
Oh my!
And I shall build mine from stone.
Stone?
With columns and arches and a bell tower.
Like a castle?
It will be the finest, stoniest shed ever seen.
Wow.
Said Emily grandly.
And I shall build mine from,
Said Thomas hesitantly.
Yes, Thomas?
something really useful.
Well, there's a lot of materials for that, right?
James and Emily pulled
Yeah.
away with great enthusiasm, while Thomas was left wondering what he might use to build his shed. He decided to go to the docks to see if he might find anything useful there. When Thomas arrived, fresh cargo was being unloaded from a ship. Salty, the dockside diesel engine, was working nearby.
Hello, Salty. I'm looking for something to build a shed.
Oh,
Salty looked down at the
Salty.
flatbed he was pushing.
Oh, what about this wood? It's blue spruce, all the way from America.
blue spruce?
Blue?
I've
Just
never
like
heard of
me.
blue wood
That's
before.
perfect. Thanks, Salty.
No, you're welcome. But you'd better get a move on. There's a storm a-brewing. I can feel it in me pistons. A big, bad storm, too. Like, gusty.
Gusty?
Wait.
Aye, matey.
Like,
Legend has it that she comes once every 7 years, a-rolling in off the sea. She howls like the big bad wolf, and she can blow down buildings with one single puff.
Thomas didn't really
Whoa.
believe Salty, because he knew how much Salty
now we
liked
know
to tell
3
tall
Gusties.
tales.
The first 2 being Gusty the Great and Gusty Gales.
A little later,
Yeah.
Thomas's shed was finished. It was just like a log cabin, with rows of logs stacked on top of each other, and a roof made of pine needles. There was a wooden door with a window, and hanging over it a sign which read, Thomas's Shed.
Might be
Wow.
small, but it's all mine.
Meanwhile, further along the track, James was admiring his new shed, with its glass walls and red metal roof. It truly was the most splendid, glassiest,
I bet it must look
reddest
like a
engine
greenhouse.
shed ever seen.
Not only do I have spectacular views of the railway, but every engine will have a spectacular view of me.
Further along the track again, Emily was admiring her new shed,
Oh.
although it could hardly be called a shed. More like a small castle, with its columns and arches and bell tower on the roof.
Whoa.
Home, sweet home.
Meanwhile, down at the docks, a storm was brewing. Salty looked concerned.
Well, blow me down. Time to batten down the hatches.
Oh! Okay.
The wind blew
That came out of
across the
nowhere.
island, picking up speed. The trees in the whistling woods started to whistle. Further along the track,
That's a little
Thomas
scary.
was sitting in the doorway of his new shed when the wind rattled the sign above his door. Then the sky turned very dark. Thomas looked up.
Looks like a storm is on its way. Well, at least I'll be safe and dry in my new shed.
Suddenly,
Don't-
there was a mighty howl.
Ah! Oh gosh.
Thomas jumped back into his shed, and the door slammed after him.
A howl like the big bad wolf? Could Salty have been right? Could it be the big bad storm?
Gusty.
It
It's
is!
Gusty!
Little engine, let me come in.
That sounds like
No,
Frankie.
no, 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 no! Not by the steam of my chimney chim chim.
Ah, the three little
I'll
pigs!
huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your shed in.
And with that, Gusty huffed and puffed and blew with all her might.
Oh
First to go was Thomas's sign, then the door, then the pine needle roof,
no! Oh!
then the wooden logs,
And down it
until
went.
it was just Thomas.
Oh no! My shed is completely blown in!
Run, Thomas, run!
Thomas raced off, all the way back to Tidmouth Sheds, where he hid
Phew.
between the bigger engines.
Who wanted a new shed anyway?
Oh well.
Meanwhile, James was settling down in his new glass shed when the sky turned very dark.
Oh dear.
James looked up.
It looks like a storm is on its way. Well, at least I'll be safe and dry in my new shed.
Oh.
Suddenly,
Oh.
there was a mighty howl.
Oh no! Here's Gusty!
Little engine, let me come in.
I beg your pardon.
Huh?
I'll have you know I'm not little.
Let me in, now.
I most certainly will not, by the steam of my chimney chim chim.
Oh,
Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your shed in.
I'd
oh.
like to see you try.
Jamesy, please, no!
Gusty huffed
Why must you
and
always
puffed
antagonize
and
those
blew
kind of
with all
things?
her might. But the shed held firm.
Told you.
That
Oh.
only made Gusty more angry. She huffed and puffed even harder and threw down giant hailstones.
Hailstones!
First to go was the red metal roof, then
Oh.
the 3 glass walls,
Ow!
then
Oh
the
dear!
glass door,
Oh dear!
till it was just James.
Dear me!
Oh no! My shed is completely blown in.
Run away, Jamesy!
Raced away
Run
to
away!
the Tidmouth Sheds.
Who needs a new shed anyway?
Oh well.
Meanwhile, Emily was settling down in her new castle shed
Oh.
when the bells in her bell tower started to ring, and the sky turned very dark.
It sounds like a storm is on its way. Well, at least I'll be safe and dry in my new shed.
Suddenly,
Be
there was
careful,
a mighty
Emily.
howl.
Oh!
Little engine, let me come in.
Emily was confused.
Excuse me? Who said that? It is I, Gusty, the big bad storm.
It is.
Gusty the big bad storm?
Yeah.
Oh, very funny. Storms don't talk. Is that you, Thomas, being cheeky again?
She's nerding again.
Now! Oh, I get it! Just like the fairy tale. Well, in that case... No, not by the steam of my chimmy chim chim.
I love how she's
To
making that
which you
voice.
say, then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your shed in.
Wow.
Exactly! Go on then, Thomas. This'll be fun.
It's not Thomas, Emily. It's really Gusty the storm.
And puffed and huffed and blew with all her might. But the shed held firm, and that only made Gusty more angry.
Here come the hailstones.
Next
I
came
think.
the hailstones.
Yep, there it is.
But still the shed held firm. Now Gusty became very angry indeed.
Uh-oh.
She started spinning, turning herself into a tornado. She
Oh my
crashed
gosh.
into Emily's columns and arches.
No.
No matter how much she spun and bashed, Still the shed held firm. And soon Gusty started to become tired. All this huffing and puffing was wearing her out.
Oh no! I am all blown out! I'm not coming here again!
My
And
goodness!
with that, Gusty wafted back across the island and out to sea, and was never seen or
Well,
heard
how do you
of
like
again.
that?
And Emily slept happily ever after in her new shed. The end.
Whoa! Indeed. Emily's brains shone through once again. Indeed. She actually recognized this kind of thing from the fairy tales. I just can't. Well, looks like Emily is getting to be as smart as me, isn't she? Apparently so. Well, I enjoyed that. Indeed, it was a pity that James's shed was ruined, though. I would have liked to see what that glass shed looked like. Same here with Thomas's blue wooden shed. Oh well, at least we can only just imagine what it looked like, or what they looked like. Yeah, you're right about that, Seascape. Well, that concludes another episode. And we hope you all enjoyed it, folks. This has been Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Flash, Rarity, and Seascape. And saying goodbye, YouTubers, and happy listening!